Good morning. Welcome to lesson 149 in A Course in Miracles. We are still in our last couple of days of review, and we are reviewing My Mind Holds Only What I Think with God. We are also reviewing lessons 137, When I Am Healed, I Am Not Healed Alone, and 138, Heaven is the Decision I Must Make. And before I read Tina Spalding's channelings, I just want to kind of go over again that my mind holds only what I think with God. The idea that came to me earlier was I picture it almost like a colander or a sieve that, the only stuff that needs to stay within us, the only things that need to stay are the thoughts we think with God. Because we're in this ego world, we have other debris that comes into our mind, but it's ineffective, it's non-functional, it's really not useful, and certainly not beneficial. And so if we can allow all that stuff to just filter out through the holes that filter out darkness and leave the light in our mind, we will only take with us the experiences. We will take the lessons from all of the experiences of our lives, and we will take the love from all of the experiences of our lives. And so it won't matter if something that we determine is traumatic today happens, because we're going to still take the gems from it. There is something that can always be pulled from any situation. There's always love in there. We just need to focus on the love. And so if we can remember that my mind holds only what I think with God, then other stuff may come and go, especially for a while, but it doesn't have to stick, and you don't have to pay attention to it. You don't have to remember it or keep bringing it up. And that will help us as we work to heal. And when we're healed, we're not healed alone. Everyone joins in. And Carol Howe had said she likes to think of it as everyone that you see is a variation of yourself. Everyone that you look at in the world, every person that you encounter, every situation is a variation of your own personality, of the aspects that you hold within you. And so whether they feel good or bad to you, they are an aspect of you, and it calls for light and love. And when you offer love to yourself, you're offering love to the entire world, even if none of the rest of the world knows about it in this plane. Heaven is the decision I must make. I've sort of changed that to heaven is the decision I make. What other choice would we want to make? What other choice really is there, in spite of the fact that we have made the choice for hell because we're here? Heaven is the choice to go home. Heaven is the choice to remember the truth. Heaven is the choice to allow our minds to hold only what we think with God. Okay, so let's go on, to Tina Spalding's channelings. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. It is important for you to remember that you are blessed beings. I always start the commentary with that, and I do it so that you remember that you are blessed beings. You are created to experience yourself. While in separation, you chase the idols that prevent you from being yourself as God created you. There is so much suffering here because you are often deluded about what you are. You see yourself as fallible, sinful, unworthy, and unlovable. Many of you carry around these beliefs, and this generates the suffering in your world and on your planet. Because you do not act as a sacred being. You do not act as a divine aspect of God mind. These lessons gently lead you toward the realization that you are exactly as you are meant to be. If anything comes up that disturbs you, it is not actually a part of your true self. It is a part of something else that you have mistaken for yourself. When you stop identifying your negatives, your short temper, your anger, or your fears as who you are, but rather as interlopers in your mind, your peaceful mind that is connected to the divine, you do not feel as bad about yourself. You realize, there's something active in me that is not loving. That, then, is not me. It must have been put in there somehow, some way, by somebody else. You do not have to know who it was or when it happened. You may remember. You may realize it's your mother's voice, or your preacher's voice, or your father's anger that you hear in your mind. But if you don't know where it came from, that's okay. All you need to know is that if it does not love, then it does not belong in there, and you shouldn't listen to it. It will only make you feel sad and take you into the ego's thought system. The ego's thought system is a mixture of all the fearful and unloving ideas that have ever been thought. You tap into it once you make that first unloving, judgmental thought in your mind true for you. Watch what you believe. Don't believe every thought you have. Don't act as if every idea is a good idea. Contemplate things slowly. Meditate on them. Get yourself in a deep and peaceful place. Connect with your higher mind and ask, is this good for me? Is this something that I should contemplate, or am I way off track here? I need some guidance. Then sit quietly and patiently and wait for the answer. It will come. You are not used to doing this. You've been taught that you must go out into the world. It must be a material, physical thing. This is why your indoctrinations into materialism in this society is so intense. They do not want you to go inside. Even the church's prohibitions about going inside by yourself are designed to keep you beholden to the church rather than having your own direct conscious contact with your guides and teachers, such as this channel has here. She also takes off on a tangent once in a while and gets herself in a little bit of trouble. But she has figured it out pretty well and knows she can always ask for an answer and that she can trust her inner guidance system. She knows that if she remains happy and at peace when things are not quite right, she will feel it, and she can trust that. She can trust it as a no, not to go down that path, or she can trust she is off track, and she will go inside and investigate. This is really what living a life consciously in the present moment looks like. It is not perfect. It does not mean you do not have your challenges. You have many unconscious beliefs and ideas that you have not yet been removed from your mind, and they will miscreate or create all the time. You encounter deeper and deeper levels of your own consciousness as you go through many years after you have finished A Course in Miracles. Don't feel disappointed that your work will continue throughout your whole life. Your journey into fear has gone deep, and your confusions are written, and these lessons have been given to you so that you can help yourself climb out of the hole you have dug for yourself. Nobody has done it to you, and nobody can rescue you. We can merely hold up the light for you and say, come this way, the path is clear. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we will see you again tomorrow. Confusion occurs. Stress occurs because we're in this world. But if we continue to choose peace, if we continue to seek love, if we allow ourselves to put the pause button on and not try to fast forward through the information that's coming next, it's not a commercial, it's guidance. We have to just let ourselves wait on the will of God. We place so much focus on time, and there really isn't any time. And so when we let go, when we have infinite patience, when we allow ourselves to realize that things happen in the time that they need to, then the answers seem to come a lot more quickly. It's when we try and push the river that we have a hard time. We stumble, we fall, we get hooked up on rocks. Let yourself have the time and the space. You have all the time in the world, and you have eternity to learn these lessons. Be gentle, be kind, and when you find that you are off track, rather than beating yourselves up, simply give yourself the love and the benefit of turning around or sitting down and asking where the right path is, and then following that guidance system. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.